Good afternoon, dear colleagues. We continue our working day. Now I give the floor to Ministry of Defense representative on ATO issues, Colonel Oleksandr Motuzyanyk. Good afternoon, everyone. We start briefing with good news. During the last 24 hours, in the result of the military actions in the ATO area, no Ukrainian serviceman was killed or wounded. Now, information in more detail. In Lugansk area, yesterday there were 3 enemy shellings in Popasnyansky region, and during the second part of the day, during 5 and 11 p.m. Heavy weapons was not used. The Donetsk area, in course of evening enemy shellings of residential quarters in Verkhny Toretsk, 2 residents were wounded. Both were brought to Toretsk hospital. They are in difficult condition. And several hours before this, enemy snipers were active at the front line, and also active military actions were in Avdiivka. Enemy shellings lasted 20 or more minutes, and one of them was with the use of mortars. And also the militants violated ceasefire in Lugansk and Novoselivka Druga. To the north of Gorlovka and in the Donetsk airport, it was calm. On the whole, during the last 24 hours in the Donetsk area, there were 9 enemy shellings, including 1 with the use of heavy weapons. The Mariupol area, the mortar shellings continue, delivered by the militants in Shirokino, and also they launched about 50 mines at our positions. Also, enemy used APCs. Also, the militants opened fire in Marinka, Starognatovka, and Granitne. On the whole, during the last 24 hours in the Mariupol area, there were 8 enemy shellings, including 2 with the use of heavy weapons. In Lugansk and Mariupol area, yesterday, there were 3 flights of enemy air drones. Confirmed losses of the enemy: 2 wounded militants from so-called 11th Regiment trapped an anti-personnel mine. SBU detained DPR militant that for 2 years he served 2 years ago at checkpoint and patrolled the streets of Oleksika Drushkiivka village during occupation of this settlement. Police officers of Toretsk, together with SBU, found an informer of the militant. Through social media, this militant provided information to the militants about wounded Ukrainian servicemen and the movement and deployment of military equipment of the armed forces of Ukraine. This is the 3rd agent who was found in August by law enforcers at the frontline area. They detained a locksmith and nurse who worked for former resident of Toretsk, who was among the militants in Gorlovka. SBU found cache of arms in Starobirsk region in Lugansk Oblast. There they confiscated 7 grenade launchers RPG-22, 3 ammunition to grenade launcher RPG-7, grenade F1, hard armor plate, and also artillery gunpowder, a lot of cartridges and drugs. Also, in an abandoned house in Toretsk, police officers, together with SBU and border guards of Ukraine, found arsenal. There, they confiscated anti-tank grenade launcher, 9 fragmentation grenades, and 1,700 cartridges and flares. Information about training. Now large-scale training of reservists are on the way to maintain defense potential of the country. The landing troops of 79th Brigade rehearse actions of advance assault, holding positions, and organized technical withdrawal. They also maintain proper level of battle readiness, and the training is observed by the commanders headed by General Staff Commander of Armed Forces of Ukraine. And in Mykolaiv, National Guardsmen had 5-day training in radiochemical defense. They carried out radiochemical defense reconnaissance. Also, they carried out special treatment and of weaponry. And also the national government from Alexandria carried out some flights in Carpathians. 3 crews of Mi-8 helicopters were interacting in pairs, and also they were formation flights were performed, and also they were trained in taking off and landing in mountains, and also they had some training in parachuting. Thank you very much. The press conference is over. Dear colleagues, the next event is at 2 p.m.